Hi guys, this is day one Palo Alto class, and today we are starting with our weekend class. Okay, it's not a weekday class, it's a weekend class, and weekend class generally will be of 3 hours. Okay, so today we'll start with our introduction, certification path, prerequisites. These are the primary things that we'll be discussing in our today's class. Okay. So first of all, let me tell you what is Palo Alto Networks. See, Palo Alto Networks is an organization who has multiple products. It's not about firewall. It's not only about firewall. It's also about entire networking product. Okay. Company name is Palo Alto. Understood. And it has several products. One of the product we are going to learn that is firewall. Okay, and we call it as a Palo Alto firewall, and it's a next generation firewall, right? Now, what is next generation firewall? Technicality, if you want to understand, continue with class. I'll definitely clear all those concepts. Right now, let me take you guys to some historic type of things. Like little bit, you need to know about history of any product when you are trying to learn. Because when you go for an interview, in an interview, they won't directly ask you a technical questions. Okay, they will ask you multiple things. They'll ask you about history of any particular product, right? So especially when you go for a manager round, right? There they might ask you about your interest area. They might ask you about product, how much you are familiar with any particular product. So multiple factors are there that you need to understand. And let me make you very clear, guys. This session that we are conducting right now has multiple benefits compared to other trainings that you have available on a YouTube, or you have or you get it from other institutes or anywhere. Compared to that, this session conducted by CCIE Hub will have more benefits. How that I'll tell you. First thing is we are following our curriculum, official curriculums. Apart from that, I know most of you guys are very new to this particular product. You might not be knowing. We'll be starting this product from scratch. That's the second thing. Third thing, uh, we have licensed firewalls, and we recently bought physical hardware firewalls, which has 3 years of license. So definitely you guys will experience hands-on lab experience on our physical devices. Okay, so if you see all these factors compared to market, we are at a different level. Plus all those professional type of stuff like global protect, HA, multi site to site VPN, or clustering, or any other type of things which were not possible without a license. All those stuff will be completing in our session, guys. So only request what I have with for you guys is attend classes properly, timely, do all the practicals on time, right? This is from my side, the requirement. Okay. If you follow classes properly, do all the practicals on time, trust me, you don't have to repeat, you don't have to spend more time. Okay. Give 1.5 month time with me. I'll definitely cover everything. Okay. Since it's a weekend class, our time might extend a little more, like 1 week more. So up to 30 to 35 hours we'll need together to work on our Palo Alto firewall to complete the entire course. So this is outer line that I told you. Do you guys have any questions, any queries? Feel free. I mean, if you have any queries, question, please feel free to ask it today. Today it's an introduction class. Today we are not covering anything related to our Palo Alto topic. Today we'll see history, roadmap, prerequisites. These are the priorities for today. Okay. If you feel to ask any question, please ask me anytime. You can stop me anytime. Okay. Now, guys, see, earlier there were PCNSA, PCNSC. Now these are gone now. Now we don't have these certifications anymore. No, we don't have these certifications anymore. Now things has been changed. It has been modified. Okay. So let me tell you, let's see a roadmap, then I'll go for history and all. First of all, let me show you a roadmap. Uh, you guys can go for Google and search Palo Alto certification path. You can type like this, and the first one it will show you cyber security certification. It's not only about cyber security. Now, cyber security has become a fancy word which is used by almost all the organizations. Now, here you guys see on this website we have three things. We have platform, exams, and overview. So there are three platforms where you guys can enter. One is network security, security operations, and we have cloud security. So currently you guys are not going for cloud, neither you're going for operations. You guys are going for network security. This is our path. Okay. Now coming here, network security. In a network security path, you have foundational, okay, security, and then you have cyber security type of stuff. Okay. Uh, so this is not the which will be following. Now here you see professional label and a specialist label. Okay. So what we have to do is specialist label. In a specialist label, you are getting next generation firewall engineer. So this is the certification that you guys need to do. Next generation firewall engineer certification. Now, if I click on this learn more, here it shows Palo Alto Network Certified Next Generation Firewall Engineer. And this is your certification name, Next Gen Firewall Engineer. Now, we don't have old type of certifications like PCNSA, PCNSE. Those things are gone now. In 2025 itself, I believe somewhere around August, they changed certification names. And currently in a market, we don't have this, we don't have the older certifications. No more is teaching this PCNSA and PCNSE. No, these were previous certifications. Okay. So if someone is teaching PCNSA, PCNSE in a market, they are actually teaching you old syllabus. So previously it was administrator and then it was network security engineer certification. Now this has been modified to new name. Okay. So now we call it as a certification label as a specialist, format certification, platform network security. Right. And certification would be next generation firewall engineer certified. So objective is to learn PAN OS. PAN OS is nothing but Palo Alto Network Operating System. Okay. Now, what type of audience would get targeted? Like network engineers, security engineers, firewall administrators, right? And so on. You can see these are the type of targeted audience. Recommended trainings. Now, when I talk about the recommended trainings, here, there is one examination code called ADU 210 and we have Panorama. Okay. So ADU 210 is since beginning itself. ADU 210. Sorry guys, there was some internet issue. Okay, so I was talking about recommended training. Now, before you guys go for this particular training, before you go for Palo Alto training, okay, before you go for network security training, there is a prerequisite. Okay, and what's that prerequisite? Let's see. So before you understand Palo Alto Firewall at specialist level, you need to know EDU 210. And when you click on this EDU 210, now here you see EDU 210 dataset. If you download, here you will see like they are asking you to know very small stuff. Palo Alto network portfolio, architecture, initial configuration of a firewall, managing firewall configurations, administrator accounts, and so on. These are the stuff that they want you to understand. It's not much. It's like five, 5 days of not 5 days, 3, 4 days of a content that they have given. Right. This much they want you to understand as a basic network engineer. I mean, basic Palo Alto firewall engineer, you can say. They want you to know all this stuff. Okay. Targeted audience, you can see network security engineers, administrators, operation specialists, analysts, support staff, right? Oh, 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Okay. So these are the prerequisites that you should know. You can say like before starting CCNP, you have to learn CCNA, right? Same way, this is kind of EDU 210 examination code, kind of a CCNA to your Palo Alto firewall. Okay. Now I'll close this. Now, if you go for a prerequisite, this is EDU 210. Okay. Let me go back. And this is Panorama. Now, what is Panorama? Understand? Panorama is like centralized management device on which we have around 2 days of a training. Okay. So approx, you understand there are 5 days of a training, 5 to 6 days of training, which is required. And this would be of 8 hours, around 8 hours, okay, of a training, which would be prerequisite to understand Palo Alto firewall. Okay, when you go for a specialist level, right? See, I'll go back here, back now. Currently, where we are under the specialist. Under the specialist, we have next generation firewall. So currently, PCNSE has been replaced. Earlier, this was known by PCNSE. Okay. Now this PCNSE has been certified, replaced with next generation firewall engineer. Okay. Now, if you want to learn this, there are two things that you need to know. One, as I told you, EDU 210. This is one of the examination code, okay, as an administrator, and Panorama. Okay. So these are the two things that you should know before knowing specialist level of certification. That's why when I click here, when I go for learn more, and when I go for recommended trainings, then I see these are the two prerequisites. So EDU 210 deals with firewall essentials. It means firewall It will deal with Palo Alto Firewall itself, but basic stuff it will discuss. That is very important. I mean, which is very important. And Panorama is nothing but, I'll tell you, let's say you have multiple sites. Like bank has multiple branches, right? So we have multiple branches and each branches has firewall. So these many firewalls are there. Total 5 firewalls are there in a 5 branches. And you need to manage it in a centralized way. Okay. So from here, if I want to manage all the firewalls, right? This device, which is used to manage all the devices in a centralized way, that is called Panorama. Okay. So Panorama is not a firewall, it's a manager, which is used to
Sorry,
manage
your
multiple.
voice is not coming.
My voice is not there.
No, sir.
I believe I'm clear, loud and clear. What about others? Anyone facing any issue?
Yeah, no, so it's clear.
Mhm. Please check your side, guys. From my side, it's clear. So understand, Panorama is not a firewall. It's not a firewall. I'm telling you very clearly. Panorama is not a firewall. It's a manager. Okay, this is called manager. And this manager is used to manage, and this is used to manage your firewalls. So from here, you'll be managing multiple firewalls at a time. That's why we call it as a manager. And technical term, they use Panorama. So EDU 210 and Panorama, if you guys want to know, right? I mean, if you know all this stuff, EDU 210 and Panorama, then only you guys can go for this training. Then you can go for next generation firewall training. Okay. Now, if you see network security next generation firewall training data set, okay, this certification, specialist label, network security next generation firewall engineer certification data set. If you want to see, if you click here, data set, here it will show you advanced things. Here it won't show you basic stuff. Okay. Like here it is telling about configuration of an interface at layer 2, layer 3, virtual wire tunnel, aggregate, HA, zone configuration, routing configuration, global protect, right? They are talking about advanced things over here. Now, if I directly go with this certification, next generation firewall engineer certification, if I go with this training, you guys will not understand anything. Understood? So, guys, what I have done, I have designed my course in such a way where it will cover everything. I have taken all topics from EDU 210. Okay. I have taken everything from Panorama. Everything I have taken from Panorama. Okay. And EDU 210. Plus, I have taken everything from this next generation firewall engineer course. I combined all these three things and then I created a single, syllabus which will have all the informations. Understood? So technically, I'll teach you guys from scratch. I only want you guys to know CCNA, CCNP properly. where routing and switchings are done properly. I want you guys to do that. I want you guys to know CCNA, CCNP, routing and switching properly. I don't need any prerequisite knowledge of any other firewalls. If you don't know any other firewalls, it's okay. It's totally fine. Okay. And if you don't have any prior knowledge of Palo Alto Firewall, even that's okay because I'll be teaching you guys from scratch. But which exam you should write? Should I write EDU 210 exam? EDU 210 exam? Should I write this exam before going for uh, this examination? See, in November 2025, it was changed. Understood? This modification was done. Now, if I want to go for next generation firewall, right? Next generation firewall engineer certification, or you can say network security, next generation firewall engineer certification. If I want to do I have any prerequisites? If I click on this, wait guys, is this a prerequisite certification over here? Now, if I click on this data set here, right? So it does not show me any prerequisites over here. Okay. It only says prerequisites must be familiar with the networking concepts, including routing, switching, and IP addressing. Okay. And basic security concepts. If you are aware of it, you are good to go with, this EDU 210 certification. So there is not much required. Now, understand if I want to go for next generation firewall engineer certification, if I want to do this exam, I don't have to write any other exams before. There is no prerequisites, guys. Okay. Like earlier also there wasn't any prerequisites, but right now also, I mean, there was previously, if you ask me, there was PC and SA, but it wasn't a prerequisite. You could go directly with PC and SA. Right now also we have same model. So for next generation engineer, next generation firewall engineer, still you don't have any prerequisites. You can directly go for this certification. But you need to have all these knowledges before you go for this particular certification. Now, here, this is about next generation firewall examination part, guys. So, guys, due to this common cold, right? Having some cough. Okay. So here you can see it says duration of examination over here. Duration of examination. It's a 90 minutes of exam. And the format would be multiple choice questions. Language would be English. Cost would be $250. Earlier it was $165 in India with like GST or additional taxes. It was going around $200. But now base price itself is $250, and GST including on that it somewhere would go around 275 or $280 in India. Delivered by Pearson View. So if you want to write this examination, you guys have to go for Pearson. So say Palo Alto Pearson View, like this. If you search, then you guys will get here Pearson View test. So click here. Now you have to create a new account on this Pearson. So you have to go for Pearson Palo Alto exam and you have to click on create account. Once you are done with your account creation, Then you should go with login here. And once you log in, then you guys can come here, view exams. All right. And you can search for examination. So if you type Palo Alto over here, then regarding Palo Alto, these many type of exams are there. So what we have to select here, next generation firewall. This is what training we are taking, right? We don't have EDU 210. We don't have any other exams, guys. Now, Palo Alto cloud related or cyber security related or analyst or architect level other certifications are there, but related to firewall we have only one exam as of now, that is next generation firewall engineer, and this is how you have to select and you have to proceed for examination. Now here you have two modes of writing exam. Either you can choose Pearson Center, anywhere you can go, and any authorized Pearson centers you can go and write the exam, or you have a private access code. Okay, I have a private access code means you can go for uh, currently see okay, this exam is not giving me from home. I have a private access code, that's a different thing. It is not giving any option of writing examination from home, guys. Okay, so if I would get you know if I have to currently write an examination, it would be only from Pearson Center, where you have to upload these many things and you have to process. So writing from home facility they haven't given for this exam. Okay, for other exams might be they have. Let me see. So this cyber security and all. Okay, so currently most of the exams they don't have this access right now. You have to go to a Pearson Center and write the examination. Okay, so this is conducted by Pearson Center, guys, and you if you have this good knowledges, right, about network security, TCP, IP, see all these topics, whatever you see here, right, are almost related to your basic networking knowledge. Okay. And definitely EDU 210 and Panorama. That much if you have a knowledge, then you guys can proceed for this next generation firewall engineer course. Now this was overall overview. Okay, 1 minute. This was overview. Now, guys, from here, are you clear that what certification you have to do and what training we are going to do? Is that clear to all of you guys? Examination price, all those stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any question you want to ask? Anyone? Please feel free. Okay, no one. So this was complete tour of you know certification prerequisites and the prices. And guys, your certification will be valid for 2 years if you're writing an exam. Okay, it will be valid for 2 years. When you guys are writing the certification, it will be valid for 2 years. So for firewall, you have to write only one certification as of now. You don't have to go for any other certifications. Okay, so this was complete understanding about certification. Now I'll talk about history, guys. Okay, so uh, here I'll take you guys to Wikipedia. So let's type about uh, Palo Alto Wikipedia. Now here you see Wikipedia. Now it says Palo Alto Firewall is California-based company, guys. It's a US-based company. Headquarter is in California. And it was founded in 2005. It's somewhere around 20 years from from current date. And the founder was Nirjuk. He was the founder. Uh, but let me tell you a little bit about this guy, founder Nirjuk. You know, see, there were multiple other firewalls before your Palo Alto. Like, if I talk about earlier firewalls, so there were Netscreen, Juniper, uh, Checkpoint, uh, Cisco. These are the 90s type of firewall. You can say from 1990, from 1990 to 2000. In between, these firewalls were created. Like if I talk about Checkpoint firewall, it was introduced in 1993 or 1994, something like that. So there is something special about Checkpoint firewall and Palo Alto firewall. I want you guys to know that. So if I say Checkpoint firewall Wikipedia, now you see 1993, this firewall was founded and it was an Israel-based company. Checkpoint firewall is an Israel-based company. Okay, Gil was the founder. Total three founders are there. And these were the products that they were dealing about. Now understand, why am I taking you guys to Checkpoint Firewall? We are currently having session of Palo Alto, but I'm taking you to Checkpoint Firewall, right? The reason is, read this, read this. Over the years, many employees who worked at Checkpoint Firewall or Checkpoint team have left to start their own software companies. Like Nirjuk was a guy who founded Palo Alto Networks. It means what? Nirjuk was earlier working as an employee in Checkpoint team. Okay. And later he created his own company in in 2005. And the impact of this company was so high, right? It stood as a best firewall in a market. So if you guys see Gartner Magic Report worldwide, there is one organization, Gartner Magic. If you guys search about Gartner Magic, Gartner Magic. So what is this Gartner Magic Report? I mean Gartner Magic itself. Research report. Okay. It basically gives you a complete information about any particular product, especially into a networking domain. For networking devices, they generate, you know, reports quarterly. Every quarterly, they will keep generating the report. And based on this report, we analyze which firewall is the best firewall in the market, right? And it's worldwide valid. It's not a ordinary type of organization who does analysis for all the security products. Understand that. It's a top rated organization and worldwide it's valid. Everyone gives value for this particular organization report. So I'll give you a little visibility on it, guys. Little bit of research will do. Mm, Firewall Gartner Magic Report of, let's take off 2014. Okay, 2014. Firewall Gartner Magic Report of 2014. Let's see some traces if we have here. Okay, I guess here it should be. Yeah, if you see here, this report is somewhere 2013. Hmm. In 2013, see, there was a category called leaders, challengers, niche players, right? This type of categories we had. At that time, Checkpoint Firewall was at the top. So from beginning, you can say Checkpoint Firewall has made its position at the top as a next generation firewall, as a topmost firewall. So you can say there was Checkpoint Firewall at the top, and then there was a Palo Alto Networks in 2013 itself. See, in a short time, in very short time, Palo Alto Firewall had made their position inside the leaders itself. Now, before Palo Alto Firewall, there were many other firewalls, right? Like Cisco, it was a 90s firewall. FortiGate Firewall, it was created in 2000 itself. Juniper, 90s firewall. And there are many other firewalls which were in 90s. But still, Palo Alto Firewall had taken a grand position in a market with their features and their stability and many other stuff. Now, let me show you 2016 report. Here I have 2016 report. In 2016, what happened? Palo Alto Networks came at top, Checkpoint at second, Fortinet at third, and Cisco at fourth. Right. And in between, if you see any other reports, right? Let me see if I have any other reports. Oh, I have 2020 reports as well. This is 2018. In 2018, what happened? See how things change over a time period. Palo Alto, Fortinet, Cisco, and then Checkpoint. But all these four firewalls are the top firewalls in the market. Top firewalls. In 2018, this was, you know, the top list of firewalls. Now let's see 2020. What happened in 2020? In 2020, Palo Alto top, Fortinet second, and Checkpoint third, and Cisco went out of leaders category. And now if you see 2025 or 2026 report hasn't come as of now. 2025 might have somewhere. Mhm. Here I have Gartner Magic Report 2025. Fortinet has come at the top, Palo Alto has come at second, and Checkpoint has come at third. Cisco has gone at last. Now, guys, I'll tell you one thing. Checkpoint Firewall has maintained its position in a leaders category since beginning. That's a good point of Checkpoint. But Palo Alto Firewall has now stood at a second position, but still it's under the leader category. But the good part is, since 2010, I believe, Palo Alto has made its position under the leaders category, and it has always stood on the first position till 2022 September. And after that, FortiGate has come at the first, but still Palo Alto remains second. See, these competitions will keep happening, right? I mean, every day if you say I'll only be at the top, that's not possible. Someone will come with some new concept and that can lead as a first position. And again, next time, Palo Alto will come with some new visionary type of stuff. It will again go at the first position. So these are the competitions happening in a market. But overall, moral of a story is these are the top firewalls. So I recommend all of you guys to have trainings on this type of firewalls where you can get good opportunities in a market. So scope of Palo Alto firewall has, I mean, it has a huge demand in the market. Now demand is increasing for Fortinet firewalls in a market. Huge demands are getting increased. So this type of trainings, if you do and apply for a job, definitely you'll have more opportunities. Okay. Guys, any questions? Anyone? Okay, no questions. All right. So in today's session, we understood what's a prerequisite. We understood the course content. We understood history, and we also understood Gartner Magic Report. Now, this gives you an impact of why should you learn Palo Alto Firewall. So one of the strongest reason you guys are getting right now that according to Gartner Magic Report, Palo Alto Firewall has stood under the leaders category since long, right? In a short time of period, it has gained a leaders category and in a first or a second position. That's one of the most important logic that you guys can give, that why should you go for a Palo Alto Firewall. In upcoming classes, I'll give you guys a vision of what are the features, what are the other factors which makes Palo Alto Firewall as a top firewall in the market. Okay, so slowly I'll come to those points. Okay, and we'll see all those stuff. So in today's session, this was the introduction part and the other stuff that I already told you guys. Okay, so technical class will get started from tomorrow, not from today. Today it was just an, you can say, introduction class. And one more thing before I close, how many of you guys are willing to come physically tomorrow, guys? Today weather was not good, I understand, but still.
Mm, I'm coming, sir, tomorrow.
I will come tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, guys, come. I'll be there. Still, I'm right now. Also, I'm there in CCIE hub itself. So please come. If you come here physically, see all the devices, right? If you're able to config, see slowly in our classes, I'll give you everything. I'll give opportunity of creating a lab of all these devices. Okay. So since we have purchased Palo Alto hardwares, but I haven't connected in a rack itself. So creating a rack itself with all the physical devices and building the complete lab of Palo Alto Firewall, right? That I'll be doing in upcoming classes. So if before doing that, I'll inform you guys in a group. So if anyone else want to come and see all those stuff, they can. Who joined right now? Samir. Samir, did you join right now?
No, sir. I'm from the starting of the session.
Tomar. Akash Kumar Tomar. Did you join right now?
No, sir. No. I am also starting from the session.
Okay. Okay. I don't know who joined, Samir or what. Okay, so guys, I want your email ID, name, email ID, and number. Please text me your name, email ID, and number so that I'll be sharing all the contents with you. Videos, soft copies, everything will be shared on a Google Drive, right? Please text me your name, email ID, and number on a Zoom chat. And I'm creating a WhatsApp group as well.
Sir, WhatsApp group is
WhatsApp
already
group is
created.
already there, right?
By Prashant.
Yeah. WhatsApp group is
Yes,
already.
yes.
I want your name, email ID, and number, guys. Please text me in a Zoom itself. Write your name, email ID, and number in a Zoom chat. Who joined right now? There were 6 guys. I see one. Sarad, did you join right now? Sarad, Samir, Ambi. I don't know out of you guys who joined right now. Text me your name, email ID, and number in a Zoom chat.
I was started with the call. That's why.
Okay. So, Sarad, I believe you missed some starting points. Okay.
No.
Oh, you were there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2. Samir, I didn't get your email ID. Yeah, you have shared it. You have shared.
Yes.
So, Akash has given, Samir has given, Amy has given, Saurabh has given, Sarad has given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys there. Who's left now?
Sir, let me give my Gmail email ID first.
Yeah, please. I have. Ashok, share me your details, name, email ID, and number. I don't see your details. Ashok,
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
give me your name, email ID,
And
and number. Yeah, so that I can share all details with you. Text in a Zoom itself. Okay, I received all your details.
oh, sorry, wrong number.
Mm.
Um,
Guys, tomorrow onwards, 10:30, sharp 10:30 will be starting our class. Okay, so be there by time. Today it was a first day class, so we delayed a little bit, but tomorrow be on time. Okay, see you guys. Take care.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.